So they did the job. They looked pretty tough. They got the execution down. You also beat the defending national champs. What else are you learning about your guys this early part of the season?
Well, look, I think Florida has winning DNA, a great program, great team. That's why I think we showed. I think we have winning DNA. Those guys know how to come up with key stops, a competitive spirit. And we're growing closer together, and I don't think we're even close to playing our best yet. So I'm lucky to have this group, and I know there's so many more ways I can help them, and that we can be better.
I think the whole idea of not playing your best yet is almost a little scary for everyone else, especially when you take into account what Cam Boozer is doing right now. I mean, he played incredible again tonight, 29 points. How does he continue to impress you game in and game out?
Well, I think it starts with his competitiveness. You know, he's really a mismatch when you think about who you put on him, right? And tonight they put their 5 on him to try to just take away, the pain and make it difficult at the rim. But his ability to shoot, drive, screen, pass, he can do it all. So we have to help him continue to put him in a position where he can take advantage of however they're guarding him or whatever the matchup is like. And again, he's talking the whole way. He's doing everything for us in the defensive end. But for me, the competitiveness and the ability to understand what's required to win is what separates him.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this weekend, because obviously you got another big game coming up in East Lansing. We appreciate the time.
Photo, Kimberly Martin, and it's time for Would Kmart Be Shocked? Hey, Kmart, this came up on Sunday Countdown the other day. Would you be shocked if Josh Jefferson wants out of Minnesota this offseason?
Really, I would not be shocked. Listen, Justin Jefferson could literally be talking like A.J. Brown right now, but so far he's been quiet. But think about it. He's put up numbers with Kirk Cousins, Josh Jacobs. He's played with Nick Mullins, like Carson Wentz. And now it just is not working in Minnesota. The guy is so good. He needs a quarterback who can get him the football. It's very simple.
Perhaps it was Rosemer was a bridge too far. Justin Jefferson. Next, would you be shocked if Burrow and the Bengals come all the way back and win the division?
Really? Not shocked. Are you kidding? Joe Burrow? I believe in that quarterback. Listen, there's something about him on the field. He's a mercenary. He's a killer. He just goes after things and gets it done. Now, did they dig themselves a very deep hole? Yes. But last year, the same Bengals team in Week 18 had a chance to make it, and the AFC North, we know, is not that great of a division.
Bengals are going to win that division at 8-9. Write it down. I'm saying it for 2 weeks. Last, would you be shocked? This would be a shocker. If this proves to be Mike Tomlin's last season in Pittsburgh.
They put it all together. I would be shocked, actually. And I understand there's been a lot of talking.
Damn.
Teammates and fans, they're sick of it. But think about it. If they let go of Tomlin, who are you replacing him with? You got to have that answer to the question. And we already know Mike Tomlin, he'll be a hot commodity on the street. I just wonder if this is the time that they move on. I don't see it.
Okay, it would be shocking. Whether it makes sense or not, it would be shocking. And what she's referred to when she says former Steeler legends, I'm going to play you James Harrison and Ben Roethlisberger on their respective podcasts talking about the possibility after all these years of a change in Pittsburgh.
The Steelers historically don't move on from coaches. But I think it's time that history be made. I'm going to be a Steeler fan for life, bro. But I like to be a Steeler fan that believes we can win a game. It doesn't just hope we can win a game. But right now, I haven't lost hope.
it's being talked about around here a lot. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's a clean house time. Maybe it is. Maybe it's time. And I like Coach Tomlin. I have a lot of respect for Coach Tomlin. But maybe it's best for him too. Maybe a fresh start for him is what's best.
I've heard that in so many places. Because, Peter, I know you're going to make the point, and Sheffy made it earlier this week. This is not going to be one of those Steelers, I'll call him into the office, you're fired, get your stuff out, all that kind of thing. But I've heard a lot of people suggesting, at some point, maybe it's just time. Maybe it's time for them. Maybe it's time for him.
Two things can be true. One, that it's time for everyone, and Mike Tomlin, it might be his last season. And two, there would be a line out the door of other teams looking to hire him, and including Fox, CBS, NFL Network, ESPN,
right here.
Amazon, Netflix. That he'd be the first hire. I have worked at multiple networks, and I will tell you that you talk to these executives, they're like, oh, Tomlin, more so than even McVay, would be the guy that they would be clamoring for in the booth or at a studio show. That said, I have been at a Bill Belichick press conference where that was, mutually parted ways, wink, wink, whatever. He's out the door. I've seen Tom Coughlin bid farewell at a conference in New Jersey where it was shocking after 2 Super Bowl titles that it was time for him to go. At some point, it's good for both sides to move on. Are we at that point with Tomlin? I think we're pretty close. If they don't make the playoffs, I think we're really close.
It feels like he's coaching for his job right now. And maybe I'm buying into all this hype that's being ginned up, but once the former vets, the superstars, the past legends start talking about it, the fans are chanting it, and they have their rivals, the Ravens coming into town, losing this game and falling even further below, falling below the Ravens right now, they're top first place, and maybe missing the playoffs. I think you start the armor that Mike Tomlin has always had is like this team always over 500. This team always makes the playoffs. We start getting close to a time where he does it, and the noise keeps getting louder, and even the people who would won Super Bowls with him are making a noise. I think it becomes a problem.
Right, Jack. Yeah, I mean, like the whole thing, even if you make the playoffs, right? I mean, even if they somehow squeeze in at 9 and 8 or whatever it is, I'm just not sure it still makes sense. And the reality is, players get moved. It's kind of a double standard, in my opinion, right? Like as I think about this, it's Tom Brady got let go. Peyton Manning got let go. Both went to their other teams and won Super Bowls, right? It's not the end of the world when it's time to move on, right? So as I think about what has happened, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016. The standard is the standard. That's all I've ever heard about Pittsburgh, right? The standard. They put a lot of money in their defense. Their defense is bad. The playoff games they have made, y'all, they've been down by 21 points in all of those games. And they lost to 3 by 14, 14, and 21. So even if you're making the playoffs, you shouldn't. You're not good enough. If the standard is the standard, and this was not like a team that you didn't think was going to win this year. And they got Aaron Rodgers, they got a good defense, the most expensive defense in the league, and their defense is terrible. So however you want to frame it, whoever's responsibility it is, something has to change in Pittsburgh.
I just find it funny that Jeff was always defending the coaches.
Well, sure.
Is now like this doesn't work. I think the problem in Pittsburgh is that they decided to go all in, which is very uncharacteristic, and they were praised for doing that. Like finally, like not standing pat, like going after the veteran quarterback, signing T.J. Watt. What if they didn't pay T.J. Watt? A lot of people at the Jets are probably like, why aren't they paying T.J. Watt?
Right.
He's one of the best defensive players ever. And T.J. Metcalf, they did a lot of things, and it just didn't work. They're not. I just don't know a franchise that has had 3 quarterbacks since 1969. Coaches.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Since 1960, they've had way more quarterbacks.
Yeah. They've had more than 3 quarterbacks since 2023.
I just find it hard to believe that this franchise will move on from him when you look at the team. The next coach, what is he going to do with this roster?
And let's go right down the road, right? They're in Pittsburgh. Go right down the road to State College. Get rid of the guy. Get rid of the guy. Get rid of the guy. Okay, they got rid of the guy. Well, now what? Now where are you going? Sometimes change for change's sake is a good idea. I get that. But as one who roots for a team that has had 3 head coaches at the beginning of last year, that's no fun either. There's a better option isn't always out there.
But then to bring it all back again next year and do this again,
Right.
It's almost, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again.
Right.
I covered Andy Reid when he was in Philadelphia, and I think Andy was a little surprised that at the end of the day, this was over. That said, Andy Reid went to 6 conference championship games, and he was shown the door. It's possible to say goodbye at a certain point.
There's no guarantee that you'll be better.
Yeah.
But it does feel like there is a pretty sure guarantee that you're not going to get better than what you've done up to this point. It's been a long enough stretch. If what you've done so far is fine, then it's fine. If it's not, something's got to change or it's not going to.
Can we say this?
And it might get worse.
Right.
It might get worse.
Because I'll say this about Simo. He's talking about like the coaches. He's coached there almost 20 years. Right? Yeah. 20 years. Yeah. I respect the heck out of Mike Tomlin. Like, it has nothing to do with respect and appreciating what you've done. I respected Bill Belichick. You don't think in New England's happy they got Mike Vrabel? Like, I'm being dead serious. Right. Like, it does. It has nothing to do with Belichick being the best coach in NFL history. It's about what can you do with what's there, and there's a fresh voice and a fresh thought. Tons of high-impact games this weekend, and one of them is Sunday night. Texans and Chiefs in our we got dog for everybody. Hot dogs free for everybody because he did that. Did you see the haircut? He's 0 5. That is an $8 boys regular. At the barber shop, he goes, $8 boys regular. He probably gets it cut in the actual bill, honestly. They sent me the bill.
This is the uncatchable ball, right? Oh, there were so many incredible catches this weekend. I just wanted to find a way. We gave Traylon Burks some love to make sure that we brought Brock Bowers in here. Also, he gives 0 pass about the other hand. Scooped that thing off the turf and made a touchdown. I thought he was going to throw it away. I was watching this live. I thought he was throwing the ball away. It looked like it, but he made a ridiculous catch, and he is possibly the best tight end in the league. And now, not only don't we give any Fox, we don't give any ducks. Oh, perfectly done right there. I don't know what's the point. You bring a duck to the game and you dress them up. I don't know. Is there some backstory behind it? I don't get it, but I love it. Is a duck have something to do with the Patriots? Are they going to eat that? The duck boat? Was that wrong? I don't know.
Is that like a chain on the duck too?
Absolutely. You don't.
Oh, the duck are swag. Ducks and a sitting duck. How's that?
Yeah, that's really not. Looks delicious.
And then we have one because we all enjoyed it so much. James Harrison talking about job status of Mike Tomlin. The intensity in his voice. Just enjoy it.
I'm going to be a Steeler fan for life, bro. But I like to be a Steeler fan that believes we can win a game. It doesn't just hit. We can win a game. Right now, there's hope.
He was channeling another linebacker. I felt Ray Lewis boiling up. I'm ready to hit something too, but boy, Mike Tomlin, man, when you got James Harrison, you do it.
Wow.
Good loss. I'm going to use that on my kids. I thought that your room was going to be clean. When I got here, I had hope that you would take care of your responsibility. But I just lost. So good. Coming up, the Packers and the Bears may decide the NFC North on Sunday. They done lost hope. Everybody done lost hope. I thought I looked fly today. Kimberly said I look like this. Yes, I done lost hope.
That was intro to yoga? More like intro to me crying in the bathroom. Man, somebody grabbed my other plank longer than me. I think I tore my chakra. See, this is why I play prize picks. More, less, simple. And I know if I'm getting it right.
Fair. Also, this was a lie. I don't know if you could tell.
Pick Predict the Play. Download today. New users pay $5 and $50 fixing and site credits. Prize Fix. It's good to be right.
With Straight Talk's real unlimited data, say yes a lot more.
Yes.
Yes to unlimited video calling. Yes to unlimited gifting. With Straight Talk, say yes to unlimited holiday moments. No. Let the yes-tivities begin. Yes. New and existing customers get a free 5G phone on us on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. At DQ, we're all about and. Like our new limited-time crispy onion cheeseburger $7 meal deal with crispy onions.
And the fry for me.
And here's your drink.
And the sundae.
Try our new crispy onion cheeseburger $7 meal deal.
Oh my God, bro.
Groundbreaking technology.
Just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime. White 80 Brooklyn! White 80 Brooklyn! Red 29! Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. False start, offense. The official is offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the midfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive, an absolute touchdown, Jesse. It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute. And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a third and long from the 27. Back to pass, it's Kent. Holding, defense. Defensive holding, an automatic first down for this offense.
situations. Really good job by the defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here we go. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the force.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blazers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Knock him down to 41.
The quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Lost the throw on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. This sophomore learning when to just do it himself. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, score, and can get frustrated.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
Gonna run it. It's good. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play.
aggressive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Kitna. Fires to the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Blazers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man downfield.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation of time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown. You gotta read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. It's set. Use the play fake. Now the throw.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Let's go. Ready. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hand. He steps out right. The yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going. One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the
so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not be I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Kitna. He tosses one high and deep down the right side. And they can't come on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Blazers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This guy is... punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Hey! They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Come on, set! Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Ready up! 1st down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. As he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And the Panthers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for room. It's Jackson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have it taken. It's going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another day.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to do it now. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blazers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast and met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to throw. It's kicked out.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. He was just around taking that ball all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Let's go! To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. And with not much doing downfield, he found his favorites open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Right back to the air on second and 10. That deep ball is right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Unloads to the wideout. Looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get... back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football.
He's really stopped him
They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line straight up, getting stops like what they just did. We're just going to see what the offense does on this next one.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side. So if offense has some time, got to make a stand right here on third down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Blazers will punt this one away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Offense in an empty set. They'll start this drive with a pass. Just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play call, and certainly through the quarterback. You're going to have to throw.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've got to do back-to-back big plays. They've got to put the clamps down.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
still to win this game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Okay, they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. 9-0. Wants to throw on first down.
He showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Making side adjustments here.